Hi guys, it's me, it's Kira. I just wanted to hop on and do a really quick video. I have a lot going on in my life right now, so I know I haven't uploaded in a minute, but I just did a quick little shopping spree for myself from Ulta because long story short, had some crazy life circumstances happen where I had to use the credit card and anyway, long story short, you get points every time you use your card, and I'm not telling you this to go and spend like a ton of money on credit cards. I don't recommend that. We're totally fine, by the way, financially. We just had to wait for our insurance to cover something that was something that we had to take care of right away. It was some sewer problems in our house. Anyway, if you're a homeowner, you know this struggle. But yeah, so we used my Ulta credit card for part of that, and it's been taken care of and stuff. But because it was such a big purchase, you get points every time you use your card, whether it's for Ulta or, you know, any other purchase that you make on the card. And so anytime every, certain amount you spend, you get a certain number of points. Anyway, so long story, but basically I got like, I want to say it was like $50 in credit, something around there. And I decided to spend it all on myself because I actually have not been spending a ton of money lately especially for makeup, just because I've been trying to be mindful of my spending, just budget-wise and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show you what I got. Ulta is like my go-to shopping place. I have never shopped at Sephora. I've looked, but I've never made the jump because I tend to gravitate more towards drugstore products anyway. I also feel like Sephora does not have a very good point system as far as benefits go. That's just a me preference. I feel like everyone kind of has a preference on where they shop, and Ulta is just my go-to. You get more free gifts, you get more points. I think there's more benefit. There's a lot more discounted things. There's a lot more affordable items, drugstore products. So anyway, there's that. There's my opinion. If you didn't want it, you now have it. So I'm just gonna go through my little package. I got a mixture of really kind of random items that have been on my I have my whole Save for Later in the app, or my wish list too, I use. And every time I do a purchase, I try to get at least one thing on my wish list. If it's something maybe I'm out of or, more in the need for. So just, it's very random. But I wanted to show first, ooh, I actually really like this color. I got some nail polish because I have had the same nail polish. I have this little bin of nail polish that I've had since I was 12. And a lot of it is old, and so I throw out all the way old stuff that is not, good anymore, that you can't even wear. But oh my goodness, we're moving around everywhere, so sorry again for the quality. Not a professional. I got this brown color, and I feel like it's going to be so pretty for fall time, winter. I love it. Honestly, it's kind of it's called Across the Multiverse. It's shade 163, Across the Multiverse, and it's the Insta Dry. I need things that dry quickly. I cannot stand nail polish and waiting for it to dry. Otherwise, I just don't paint my nails. I don't have the time for that. As a working mom, especially, I just don't have the time. So I need something that dries very fast. I love the applicator on this. I have gotten a few shades. I also got a black shade. I painted my nails a few days ago. Well, a little bit ago, probably about a week ago. And it's honestly not bad. It has chipped a little bit, but I had no top coating on it or anything. The most I've seen is just kind of the very tips of my fingernails have started almost chipping, but it's in a straight line. I don't know if you can see the little white. It's just kind of fading off of the top of my nail. overall, it's had really good staying power. And again, if I have like a hard coat on top, then it would even stay longer. I have a little ding right here from messing it up on the very first time I put it on and then just was lazy. So there's that. Super excited to have another color in my nail polish, and maybe I'll actually use it. Ulta Beauty, I got a brush. I'm someone that I have like a very random selection of brushes in my collection. I don't have like a set. A lot of that, I am cheap with my brushes. I don't like to spend money on brushes because I don't know. I feel like I've had ones that from the drugstore that just have worked for me, and I just don't care enough. Maybe if I decide one day to like invest in a very good brush set, I would be happy with an expensive brush set. But right now, for what I want and need, I just don't think it's worth it. So I got this cute, oh my gosh, I love the Ulta Beauty collection packaging now. Like, they revamped their whole brand, and I absolutely love their stuff. I don't know, I feel like it's not talked about a lot, but I do. I love Ulta Beauty collection stuff. So this is their dual-ended like finishing powder brush. So that says it here, number 144. You get the little UBC logo. You can't even really see it in the light, but it's a cute like champagne gold, dual-ended. I've wanted a dual-ended brush for a while because that's super easy on the go, something easy to travel with if you want multiple, you know, finishes for things or different powders. And so I feel like this is going to be kind of more of an all-over setting powder side for me. This could be like maybe under the eyes, or even just a very specific spot, or even like bronze blush. Like, I can do anything with this, I feel like. Super soft. Hopefully it lasts. I don't have any other Ulta Beauty collection brushes in my collection, if that makes sense. So, but I'm super excited. I also got this on sale. A lot of these items were on sale for Black Friday, so that's why I ended up getting them. This is the Morphe, what is it called? This is the Morphe Brow Tease. I am wanting to use more Morphe products. Like I said, Morphe, I have like their eyeshadow palettes, and some of them are in like my top favorite, most used eyeshadow palettes. Specifically, I can just grab it from here. I don't know if they're selling this one. I know this is one of their older like versions, not one of their newer palettes. I use this all the time, especially for work. This is a very good go-to work because it has very neutral, it's glam, it's also subtle too. If you want something more subtle, you could figure it out. It has a lot of sparkle and like shifty shades and like rose gold, pinky, like neutral brown. Like, as you can see, I have like a pan. I use this color on the end like all the time for like a transition color, like just a base. If I want like a quick eyeshadow look, I just swipe it on and it's like good to go. Anyway, my most used palette in my collection, I would say, is this. So I've wanted to try more Morphe products, especially because I got one of their new eyeshadow palettes, and I'm just very intrigued by the brand itself, honestly. I also have one of their foundations. I don't wear it all the time. I have more dry skin, and that one I would say is kind of a combination. That's besides the point. But anyway, long story short, I got this Brow Tease. It's this mousse. It's a volumizing mousse. It's fiber infused. I've always wanted to try something like this. I feel like I have pretty good eyebrows as far as like shape. I mean, I'm wearing like an eyebrow pen. I don't know if you can see, but my eyebrows come in well enough that like I don't need a whole lot. I know this is volumizing. I don't know if that's necessarily what I need, but I just kind of wanted to try something that's more of that moussey, like liquid kind of tint, if you will. I've wanted to try that. I really like the brush, so that's cool. Hopefully this shade will work for me. I took a chance and got, it's called Almond. It's like their like more warm brown shade. I naturally usually get like a taupe because I have like natural blonde brows. Dude, I'm just doing a quick, I couldn't help myself. Okay, I don't like that part, but I'm sure that's just because of I literally just opened this product, and if I have like another eyebrow brush that I can just brush through, I bet you this would just kind of brush out. So that's the only thing so far. I feel like it could get a little messy. If like I am not used to using this type of product, so don't judge me. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting it everywhere, just a little bit. But again, I just opened this, like, so I know sometimes when you open a product like that, it doesn't spread evenly. Where's my NYX brush? Okay, this is the NYX brow. I'm assuming it just wipes off. Yeah, okay. I just like flicked that off with my, dude, I really like this. Okay. And I actually don't mind the color. I think it goes well with like my dyed hair right now. I don't know if I would get this color like with my natural shade. I definitely would probably want to get like the taupe or like blonde shade. But when my hair is dyed, I feel like that goes really well with my hair. So cool. That's a cool first impression. I really like it. It was very quick. It was easy to clean up, and I do feel like it gave some like extra volume to my brows. So I'll have to let you know how this does. It's not really for holds specifically, so I'm not super into like the laminated brow look. So if you're looking for hold, it even says on the box that this is like for a bold, full volume brow, and that the pigment payoff is a 3 and the hold is like a 2.5 out of 3. So I guess we'll find out. It does say it's long wearing, so hopefully this lasts throughout the day, doesn't like smear or get weird. I also don't like my brows to be like crusty, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, I'll have to share more about that if I end up liking that product. This one, oh, I'm so excited about. I have needed a new mascara. I'm running low on my current mascaras, and I've been wanting to try another tubing mascara. I have not had one in my possession for too long. It is a lifesaver as a mom, as a working person. Like, I just want to wash my face quick and go to bed. And I got the Stila, it's the Made You Lash Length and Define like tubing mascara. This was on sale for Black Friday. I don't ever buy high-end mascaras ever because I like drugstore enough that I just don't care. Fun fact though, the only tubing mascara I have tried is high-end, and the only one I've tried is the Tarte, I can't remember the name of it, but the Tarte one. And I loved it. I didn't love it at first, but the more I used it, the more I loved it. So I think the drier the formula got, I loved it more. This seems like a formula that I would really like. The wand is not super flexible. It's not super bristly. Like, this reminds me of like a good, sorry, I always smell things. Like a good, I don't know how to explain the brush. It looks like something that I would enjoy, if that makes sense as far as the brush goes. So it's a little bit of a curve, just slightly, and it doesn't seem like too dry or too wet. So I feel like I'll like this formula. So, but I am excited to try this. I hope it's good. And I think the packaging is adorable. I love black and then gold together. Like, that's so cute. And then this one, I am a little nervous, but I wanted to try a new kind of like setting or finishing powder. I usually am not a powder person. If I do have powder, which I have been using it more, I have like a loose setting powder, and this is the only powder I have, which is the Lorac, and I only got this because I wanted to try it. I don't think I'd purchase this again. I don't think it's a bad powder. I have more dry skin, usually leaning, but by the end of the day, I do get kind of oily, so I guess it's a combination. I don't know. It's pretty. I do think sometimes it can look a little dry and cakey if you use too much of it. So I wanted to try something that was like an actual setting powder, but then that has more of that glowy finish. This is absolutely beautiful packaging. This is from Morphe. This is a new product. It's the Dawn, that's the shade. It's the Cloudlight Soft Glow Veil. It's like a setting, essentially a setting powder, but kind of like a dewy powder. You know, it's kind of like a highlight, if you will. So if you don't like glow, you're probably not going to like this. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see if it's a type of product that I would like to use. So I'm just gonna kind of swirl my brush. I can see that it is, okay, it is picking up. So as I'm swirling, I can see on the product that it is kind of making that difference. I don't know. This is like an end of day makeup look, so I don't know that right now is like the perfect time to try a new product like this, but I just kind of want to see what it feels like. Interesting. Okay. I usually use like a powder puff to set with any kind of like powder, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. So it kind of looks like this pinky. Interesting. Okay, I'll just have to test it more. I don't know if this is a product that I'll end up like using a whole lot. I'm definitely gonna have to test it out because I do love a glowy look, but I also don't want to feel sticky. So if that does this, then I will love it. So I just need to kind of play with this, also play with it with different foundations, see kind of if I like this, and maybe look up on how to apply it. So this is a vanilla with a balancing pink tone. I feel like that tone works well for me. I'm sure that it feels really soft on my face where I've applied. So I'm guessing that I will end up really liking this. I just hope that it'll be a good like setting powder, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's everything. I showed you guys everything I got. Hopefully maybe one day I'll give you an update on the items. I don't really have a set schedule on my videos or set videos that I make. I mostly like to just update with new makeup and as well as do like makeup tutorials. Well, more so like makeup looks. I am not like a professional makeup artist, so I guess not necessarily a tutorial, but I like to show different makeup looks that I do. So hopefully you'll see some of these products in the future, and if not, I'm sure I'll make another video sometime later. I did get a new role in my job that I work full-time. It's extra hours and things that I'm doing, so a little bit of kind of running into that overtime without, yeah. So anyway, I'm just going to be very busy, but I want to make it a goal to make future videos. So I'll see you in the future. Bye.